Welcome everyone to the Lone Star Classic, round 2 of the FPO division. We are on the front 9 out at Swordstone. This tournament's brought to you by Shepherd Events, Zydeco, and Tito's Vodka. Also, Innova Champion Discs is the presenting sponsor. And I'm Sarah Hokom here with Kona Panis.
For our second round, we have Deann Carey, Lisa Fajkus, Ohn Scoggins, and Sarah Hokom.
This course is a little bit north of Austin. It is a very unique layout with lots of rocks, lots of hills, and some tricky birdies. Hole 1, pretty straightforward, starts with a 252-foot shot straight up the gut. We're dealing with a little bit of moisture today after we had some thunderstorms roll in. The ladies have been waiting around for a couple of hours after a lightning delay, so we'll see if they can start this round off right.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Good luck.
Lisa will be first to tee with her 6 under.
A little bit of headwind out here, causing a little bit of a turnover. It's not the way she wanted to start, but you know, the rain is coming down and the pads are slick and grip is hard to find.
Deann with a nice pull. Great weight to start the round.
Hole plays slightly uphill, so it's probably playing about 280, 275. Throwing a reactor here.
And that's looking great. Skip up. Yeah, you'll have a putt for birdie. That looks like Ohn's Destroyer. Not a favorable skip to the left, but she'll have a look for birdie as well.
Easy up and down for Lisa with her Sky God.
And tough putt from Ohn. It looks like it's starting to come down.
Trying to give ourselves time to do our routine, but also not to ruin our grip by the time we decide to putt. I felt some grip issues there for sure. Deann with the birdie look as well still.
Great way to start the round. Birdie, now she's 7 under, leading the tournament.
Love seeing a few new faces on the FPO lead cards. It was great to play with Deann. Umbrella putts. On to hole 2. This is a par 4, 541 feet. Players are going to want to punch through this bushy area out into this open space. It's a little bit more open on the right side, so it's good to be there. Then you're going to continue to throw through these trees up a hill onto this rocky plateau. It takes 2 huge pumps to get this birdie, so we'll see if people can get into the open and throw their next shot into the open to get a birdie look.
Deann was throwing her Destroyer, and that looks like a great position to attack for a second shot.
Yeah, if players can land right where that, where the camera guy is.
Lisa going left. That looks like scramble position.
Yeah, not good over there. These cedar trees are pretty thick.
What are you throwing here? What are you thinking?
I'm deciding. I want to get it out to the right, but it's pretty windy. So I'm going to go with the photon to try to get a big fade to the right. I think I throw it perfectly, but I don't.
Doesn't look bad, though.
I got up there thinking I was going to be in great position, and then a little pinched.
Ohn going for that forehand flight as well.
There's the shot we all wanted.
Yeah, it looks like she put maybe a little bit more turn on hers, leaving her center fairway. Lisa has some work to do.
Looks like she's got her Roadrunner in her hand, looking to throw sidearm turnover. Kind of a Hail Mary. Catches that second set of trees.
Yeah, and she'll have an interesting look at the green.
Trying to smash a hyzer up the gut. Up that hill. Footing is a little odd.
It's tough when your footing's bad and you're trying to chuck one straight uphill.
Yeah, that was not what I wanted. Now I'm in more trouble. Deann from the open position.
I think she was trying to throw her Roadrunner. That's an understable driver, which tends to help when you're throwing uphill. Just left it a little too low.
Ohn utilizing her backhand now. She's got a long look.
Gotta be careful, man. So many rocks.
Another sidearm from Lisa. Their CD2.
And she'll be right on the edge, right on outside the circle for her par save.
I was laughing at me throwing this shot. I was like, roll up the hill. Is that going to work?
Go, go.
It tried.
It did.
I hit something.
Who put that rock there?
Deann with a great approach.
Ohn just pitching up for the par look.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot she did that.
Lisa's par save.
She is so great at those throw-ins.
What a great save. I mean, after two not so awesome shots. Wow. Oh, it was a rat. Nice.
Deann from about 20 feet. Cashes it in for par.
Yeah, that looked like a scary putt, kind of looking down, so it's a great putt from her.
This course is really rocky, so it kind of chunks up your discs a bit. And there's a lot of these cedar trees around to kind of navigate through and try to miss. Hole 3, you're throwing over all of the trees, 408 feet on a hyzer, looking to dump one on this left side of these concrete features. This pergola-looking thing is what houses the basket here. There is OB all over the left side with this beautiful fountain, and then a ledge on the back side. It's not OB, but is going to make that second shot or third shot very difficult.
Deann throwing one of her destroyers, and she's going to have a nice little pitch up.
That's a great position. There's a lot of trouble on this hole.
Lisa throwing a halo disc. I'm sure it's either a wraith. I believe it's a halo wraith, so something more overstable than her halo turn. Whoa, and Ohn slipping.
The tees are wet, so she comes up short. She'll have a lot of trees to navigate to get to the pin from that position. So all of that area that's concrete is OB, that fountain.
Throwing your watermelon vanish.
it landed in the grass over there on the left, on the other side of the fountain. A little bit short, but safe.
Ohn with somewhat of a gap.
She put a lot of mustard on that.
Whoa, whoa.
So now she's got a really extreme elevation shot to get back to the pin.
Lisa with that P2, so consistent. Tough break from Deann. Probably wasn't even focusing on those branches.
You can see this pool in front of us, this fountainy pool thing. It's got like places for people to sit. Pretty beautiful things. I guess the person who owns it is does concrete as part of his job, so.
Deann not even giving that a bid.
Ohn in recovery mode, gets it up top, easy putt out for her bogey. Yeah, this is on a private course. It's really just beautiful terrain and all these different water features around. Some pools and ponds and these pillared structures, fountains. Lots of great picture opportunities. All right, we're here on hole 4 looking at the discbarn.com drone cam. This is 357 feet, but it is a par 4 because it goes so far uphill. The first shot, you're trying to basically penetrate straight but still land in the middle. Players are probably going to throw a fairway driver. Then they're going to kind of scramble up into this plateaued, guarded tree area.
Lisa looking like she threw a leopard 3, just something neutral, dead straight. Keep her in the fairway. Those trees do not look nice.
Throwing a crave here up that hill, trying to get in position. We're a little on the downslope. You can't see where it lays, but both of us had threw decent shots into the middle.
Deann going mid-range. I'm sure she just wants to keep it in the fairway, not really going for big distance.
Nice.
Ohn playing the fade to the middle perfectly. There are a lot of trees to miss on this approach. Deann out a little bit far right.
Yeah, this green looks very guarded.
Yeah, it basically is asking you to punch through and make a tricky putt. And the footing is also a little weird with the loose rocks and the uphill elevation.
But that looks like a great shot from Lisa. Peacocks!
There is a couple of peacocks that live at the top of this hill.
How cool.
I'm going to go up and over the trees instead of trying to navigate the many tiny fairways.
You like it?
I do. I didn't actually practice that much in practice, but it was open for this particular shot, so I think it got me the best look.
Deann with a great upshot with her Nexus AVR.
Uphill, low ceiling. I was so close. I don't even know if that is available at that point without hitting those trees above her. Lisa also with a tricky putt.
You taking the lone birdie.
Really happy about that. I had to spin putt that one because of the ceiling.
Little death putt for Lisa.
Well, the way we saw her putting yesterday, I don't imagine any death putt is really a death putt for her.
Right.
Check in on the leaderboard. Lisa and Deann neck and neck. I'm one behind. Ohn is one behind that. And we see some Stephanie Vincent jumping up there from the second card, playing well. On to hole 5, par 3, 290 feet. Over the top, kind of like hole 3, but the opposite direction. Over the top on to the right side, there is an OB road on the left side, and OB is also behind. So players are going to really want to utilize a sidearm here. It's a very difficult backhand. I'm throwing a shot.
That's looking great. Sit.
Yeah.
No.
Garbage. Landed right back
It was
the
so
basket
good.
and rolled out.
That was dirty. Lisa with her Halo Wraith.
And she gets the lucky tree kick. Aw.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only time that time it rolled out. I've never done that before, so.
Deann has been working on her forehand a lot lately. This is with a destroyer.
Inbounds, pitch up to the basket. And Ohn, who always has a pretty good forehand, landing right by Deann. Left it a little bit hyzer.
Yeah, they might have a guarded putt.
And also with that out of bounds on the left side, they're going to make sure they want to put that angle just right. And just like Deann did.
Good touch.
Easy up and down.
Here's your par putt.
So they have a drop zone here. Any shots
Drop
going out
zone.
of bounds, go to the drop zone. Gosh. That was unfortunate.
Lisa getting her birdie, taking her to 7 under, taking solo lead.
Deann and Ohn tapping out the pars, and I will get the solo bogey.
Gotta give a huge shout out to Tito's. They specifically gave the FPO 10 grand, so supporting women's disc golf. We love it.
Hole 6, par 3, 420 feet. This is a boomer. Looking for a shot that will land in the grassy area as the road plays as a river of out of bounds, and the vineyards on the right also play as a river of out of bounds. So the tee shot here is very tricky and a little bit of lucky if you land if you land OB. A little bit of unluck if you land OB. Lisa with her halo turn. Turns it over a little bit, but she is in bounds and will have an approach shot that will get her for her par. This is not really in range for birdie for the FPO division, but with all the technicality and random OB, this can certainly cause some stroke swings.
Deann looks like she's throwing her road runner, something dead straight. That looks like a great shot.
Ooh. Early hit.
Yeah, she'll have a tricky approach.
Looking throwing a turn, or trace, excuse me, trying to get some turn. And it doesn't turn. But Somehow, the luck I had last hole came back to me and I skipped inbounds.
Okay, so you're
on the
inbounds.
other side of the vineyard. I didn't even know it was inbounds over there.
Ohn going over the out of bounds. Oh my gosh, and gets a lucky kick safe.
Grab me.
She'll be pitching up and probably taking a bogey.
Lisa looks like our gator. And Deann also utilizing the sidearm.
Yeah, I think she threw her champion AVR, so it's really cool to see her throwing forehand with putters. And you're going for the wide hyzer.
It was weird to throw over the posts and the fence of the vineyard. Lisa knocking it down again.
Sneaking it in. She'll be saving her par.
Oh, and also knocking down her putt for bogey after that early hit. I'm stoked to get that par. I don't think I deserve that. And Deann also with an easy par, utilizing all of her skills. Hole 7, par 4, 461, plays around a vineyard, over and around some trees, down a slight skinny path with OB on the left side and behind it. This is really set up for a sidearm, but you will see some backhand players throwing over this right side, looking for a slight turn that fades back into the inbounds area. Lisa's, however, stayed turned and ended up in the OB vineyard. It's really tricky for the backhand throwers here. They're kind of punching it over the vineyard and then looking for that fade.
And then you have that slope going straight left, so it's going to hopefully push your disc. And then Deann hitting an early tree. You are opting for the forehand. What are you throwing?
This is a photon. I'm looking for a big fade, and there's a little bit of elevation change, so I'm using the stability to combat that. And fading into the fairway, that's pretty much as good as it gets at my distance.
Ohn with her champion shrike. Looks like she put it maybe a little high.
Yeah, there is a high spike hyzer lane there where you can kind of spike it into your preferred area of the fairway. Deann laying up to that sidearm tee shot zone. There's a nice lane to get to the basket from there.
So this is Lisa throwing 3, maybe with her Firebird.
She's getting sneaky.
Thank you.
Great approach.
And that'll do it. I'm kind of surprised she doesn't throw sidearm off the tee because her sidearm is so good.
Lisa threw 236 feet. Shout out to our Bushnell Range FInder.
Deann leaving it a little bit short, but she still has a look to save her par. Ohn with the sidearm. Something stable. I love how it hits the ground and it just kind of
Wobbles.
wobbles and just sits. I'm throwing a reactor here on a touchy little approach that I shank. Ugh, gosh. My face is in my hands. Like, what was that? Now to try to save my bogey, or save my birdie, because I was so well positioned.
You'll be tapping out your par. Here's Lisa's great par save from where she was. Deann tapping out her bogey. Probably not stoked to be back to 5 down, but still in it.
And Ohn with the birdie. Couple more here on this front 9. Hole 8, par 3, 177 feet. This one has a triple mando you just saw on the left side. It is a very short hole with a tight window to hit. If you miss that window, you have to go to the drop zone on the right side of that mando.
Surprised Ohn is going backhand, but maybe she's just not wanting it to fade towards the out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of people are comfortable at, under 200 feet with either type of shot, and I agree. I'm surprised.
Just such a weird shot through this triple mando down to the green.
You do kind of get that left to right fade, even with a backhand, with the way the slope sits. Throwing a pyro. Even though it's a sidearm hole, I'm the only one that threw one.
Yeah, everybody's just opting for the easy backhand, just so I'm assuming that they don't go out of bounds, and everybody has a putt.
Well, there is out of bounds behind, so that was a bit of a death putt, but Ohn showing what Ohn does, owning those chains.
Owning the chains, I love it.
Deann also with a little bit of a tester.
Great putt from Deann. Playing some great golf.
We've been Ohn-inspired to make our putts.
Are we about to see a star?
I mean, if Lisa does what Lisa does, there's no way that's not going in.
Star frame, baby. Making this hole look easy.
Shaking the chains. And on to our final hole of the front. Hole 9, par 3, 231 feet. Pretty severe downhill that drops off on the other side of these rocks. There's an OB pond behind it. And a lot of little, they've got those little characters, but then
Figurines.
a lot of trees to miss. Ohn out wide. Hits that tree and drops inside the circle. Get that dragonfly shot there.
Lisa going low line.
It's a little hot.
Slow down. Oh, and that'll be out of bounds. But she'll have a, simple putt for her par, I believe.
I'm going over the top with a shock. Just looking to hit that tree.
Never seen that gap.
Which I didn't see it come down, but everyone else did, so. Whew. Deann also going with the traditional route.
Looks like she's going putter or mid-range.
Ooh, skips right by the basket. And the elephants.
She'll have a little putting maneuver around the elephants.
Ohn cashing in.
Known for the wobbly putt, but they always catch the chains.
Lisa from her last inbounds position, looking to get that.
Trees just might have been right in her line. Here's Deann putting over the elephants.
She told me she was going to putt through them, so I'm a little disappointed. I think that's why she missed. Yeah, I love all the little caricatures out here.
What a great birdie putt from you. And when you're not watching all the coverage from this year's Lone Star Classic, be sure to go to www.thediscbarn.com, the official drone cam sponsor of every event GKPro is covering for Texas. Great selection of discs. Make sure to check them out.
Lisa tapping in the bogey. Still in the lead, but Deann, myself, and Ohn are right behind her.
I'm excited to see this back nine.
Oh, it's gonna be good. Lots of birdies on the back.
Lots of peacocks on the back.
Did you know the sound they make is like a cat sound? It's like meow. It's really weird. I was like, is there a cat around here? No, it's a peacock.
All right, and looking at our leaderboard, we have Lisa 7 down with Deann right on her tracks, as well as you and Ohn. But we also have other women looking like they're trying to crawl their way to the top as well.
Anything can happen out of Swordstone. We'll see you on the back. Thanks for watching.